A poor little boy was selling popcorn by the roadside, calling out loudly to attract customers. Just then, a mother and her young daughter passed by. The little girl said excitedly, "Mommy, I want some popcorn." The mother walked up to the poor boy and said, "Give me 1 pack of popcorn." Then, in a slightly harsh tone, she added, "Hurry up." The boy quickly handed her the popcorn. When the woman gave him money, the boy said shyly, "Auntie, I don't have any change." The woman looked at her daughter and said, "Sweetheart, stay here. I'll get the change and come back." While the mother was gone, the little girl and the popcorn boy began to chat innocently. Soon, the mother returned. In a stern voice, she said, "What are you doing? Take your money and stand properly at your place." The boy got nervous and looked down silently. As the mother and daughter were about to leave, a man suddenly appeared and deliberately bumped into the woman. She stumbled a little. The man quickly pulled out a piece of paper and said, "Sorry, ma'am, could you please tell me where this address is? I can't seem to find it." The woman took the paper and began looking at it carefully, but within moments she started feeling dizzy. The man immediately caught her and helped her sit by the roadside. In that moment, he grabbed the little girl's hand and walked away with her. The popcorn boy saw everything. Realizing something was wrong, he ran after the man. He managed to snatch the man's mobile phone from his pocket and ran in the opposite direction. The man panicked, dropped the girl's hand, and chased after the boy. The boy stumbled and fell, and the man grabbed his phone back, breathing heavily and looking around for the girl. The little girl, terrified, had hidden under the popcorn stand. The boy came back and found her hiding there. Meanwhile, the woman regained consciousness. Panicked, she called her husband, crying, "Our daughter is missing!" Someone took her away. She ran frantically in every direction until she reached the popcorn boy's stand. When she saw her daughter's toy in the boy's hand, she thought he had something to do with the kidnapping. Screaming, she said, "Where is my daughter?" Just then, the little girl crawled out from under the bench and ran into her mother's arms, crying. The mother sighed in relief, but without understanding what had really happened, she scolded the poor boy, then held her daughter's hand and walked away. A few days later, the family returned to the popcorn boy. Seeing them, the boy got frightened, but the mother smiled gently and said, "Don't be afraid, son. We are not angry with you." They were deeply moved by the boy's kindness and courage. The woman said softly, "We'd like to visit your home to thank you and your mother." The boy blushed and said, "Okay, ma'am, my house is nearby." They followed him to a small, humble home where his disabled mother was waiting for him. The boy happily said, "Mom, someone's here to meet you." The guests entered, and kindness filled the room. The woman said to the boy's mother, "Your son is brave, humble, and has a pure heart. If it weren't for him, we don't know what would have happened." They gave her a small gift and left with respect. Outside, the girl went inside and gave the bag to the boy. When the boy and his mother opened it, they were shocked. There was a lot of money and a note that read, "If you ever need anything in life, come to this address. We will always be there for you." Tears filled the mother's eyes. She looked up at the sky and said, "Thank you, Allah. Today, my son's goodness has truly been rewarded." If you were touched by this brave little boy's courage and kindness, leave a heartfelt comment.